Hello friends, today I am sharing this easy way to propagate the jade plant. Jade plant, the lucky plant or the dollar tree is a very attractive and easy to care for plant. It's believed to bring wealth and good luck to the owners and is considered a good luck charm and an auspicious plant. It's a very beautiful succulent with vibrant green leaves closely resembling the jade stones and coins, which is a symbol of wealth. These plants grow really well in slightly acidic soil and having well-drained soil. So let's see how we can propagate these plants easily. For this here, as you can see, I have taken a branch of a jade plant and I'm going to give it a cut with a clean blade. And I have given a cut in an angle. And I'm also going to remove off some of the lower branches. And if the stem has some lower leaves, that also must be removed as the leaves must not touch the soil. Here I took off 2 branches because I wanted a few more saplings, and I'm taking out the lower leaves. Now these leaves can also be used for propagation, but in this video I'll just show you the stem cuttings, how you can propagate using stem cuttings. After cutting the stems, leave them to dry off for a couple of days. I kept them for around 5 days. You can keep it for a week if the place is a little bit cool, but because the summers had already started, I left them to callus off for about 5-6 days, and here you can see the ends have dried off. This is an important step to avoid fungal infection. Then I have made a soil mix using a little bit of compost and little bit of garden soil along with sand. Make sure the soil is well drained, and then I made a hole and I planted the jade plant. And I put the other 2 small cuttings in the other container. Press down the soil firmly around the stem. Make sure that none of the leaves touch the soil because you don't want the leaves to rot off, and then that will make the whole of the plant rot off. So that's the only precaution that you need to take care of while planting the plant. Even if it is a small cutting, keep it in such a way that the leaves do not touch the soil, and water it sparingly. After that, only water it when the soil is dry. Overwatering might cause root rot even after the plant has calloused. So here you can see new leaves have started coming out after a couple of weeks, and the soil, I only water it when I see the soil is dry. I never overwatered it. Keeping these few points in mind, you can easily propagate these jade plants. So this is the bigger branch which I had planted, and this is growing well. And even the smaller branches, as you can see, it had drained a little bit, so the soil is looking kind of greenish, but these are also growing well. And these are also, this is how it's looking at this moment. They have grown quite well, the root system has formed. So I decided to shift the single cutting into a larger container. For this I have taken a good soil mix having vermicompost and some river sand and garden soil, and I am going to remove the jade plant and shift it into this shell plant. When I remove the plant, you can see the roots have formed. So making a little bit of hole in the center, I put the jade plant in the larger container. Now while planting the jade plant, you should remember to plant it as deeply as possible without touching the leaves to the soil. So remember to press the soil firmly around the cutting which you have planted, and water it once and leave it in an area which is having indirect sunlight. Do not place it under the direct sun. These thrive well in indirect sunlight, and only water it when the soil becomes dry to prevent root rot. And this should be enough for your jade plant to grow well. After a few weeks, this is how the plants look. Both the cuttings I am showing over here, the smaller ones and the one which I planted in the shell planter, they are growing beautifully. I hope you found this video useful, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and thanks for watching.